Okay, says it's streaming. Is it streaming? Certainly doesn't look that way. Okay, but it's there, but I can't see it. So that's not good. But anyway, all right, let's turn on Twitch. Okay, but it's there, but I can't see it. So that's not good. But anyway, all right, let's turn on Twitch. All right, well, we have it going, but for some reason, it's there, but I can't see it. We are not seeing our feed, so I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, let's just get on with it. So, today, Winlator 10.1 was released. I just installed it. I haven't played with 10 in quite a while. I've been playing with just the 7.1.4 just Bionic version. So I'm going to go through my basic setup. So I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, let's just get on with it. So, today, Winlator 10.1 was released. Oh, sorry, I got that in the background. Let's get rid of that. All right, so I'm just going to create my container. So I'm going to go through what I do here. So I'm just going to call this game test or not. Try this again. Game test. All right. I don't care about images or fonts or any of that stuff. Okay. I'm going to leave the... I want to try the Vortec one, but I'm going to leave the turn up one on. I always change it to pulse audio. I just feel like it gives better performance. I don't really touch any of this stuff, but here, okay. So if I want to put AJ's prefix, I need to delete that download part there. And then I'm going to add a folder. And I'm going to add my game. Oh, my game directory is already right here. Perfect. All right, I'm going to add to the wrong place, apparently. All right, so let's get out of here and try again. That was weird. All right, so game test done. We're going to switch this to turn up for now. Pulse audio again. Go into drives. All right, so like I said, I want to get rid of this. Say that. Add a folder. Open directory. Use this folder. So it didn't like that. No, I want to open a directory. So I want this folder. So use this folder. Okay, so they haven't fixed this in Winlator 10. So what I always have to do is go into one of my file apps, go to my folder, get the info, and then copy the path. And once I do that, then I just paste it in there and it'll be there. All right, so I forgot you have to do that. Let's go back to Win configuration. Oh, I don't have anything to touch there. Okay, and advanced. We'll leave it on. I usually go aggressive and conservative. Maybe it says intermediate there, so maybe I'll leave that. Maybe I'll leave it the way it is for now. And it's already set up that way. All right, so let's create our container. And then we're going to give it a try. All right, so let's go in here. We're going to add our prefix first. So I'm going to go into my downloads. Going to install AJ's prefix. Let me know if you guys can hear me in the chat there. Like I said, I'm trying out some new systems. So just trying to figure out what I can get to work here. Anyway, so letting that install right now. And I like to put this in so I can put my saves across different emulators as well. So, all right, perfect. Let's give it a second. Yep, so we had some new changes the other day. Here's the registry, so this will allow us to save across emulators. Let that finish up. And then I'm going to start adding some games to test. All right. Actually, before we do that, I'm just going to install some necessary files. I just always do this before I start doing anything. This should only take a second. And like I said, I highly recommend using this prefix. It helps a lot with game compatibility and things like that. And it's just an easy way to install all these files if you do run into problems. All right, all finished. All right, so let's find our game folder, and I'm going to add a few different games here. Let's see how Dark Souls runs. Everyone seems to like Dark Souls. It's some of my most popular videos. So let's see how the remaster runs. Um, what else was I trying to get? Oh yeah, Fear. It's an old game. I wasn't able to get it to run in the new Winlator, so I want to try it in this one. I like the game. It's fun. Let's try Death Trash again. It had some issues in MiceWine earlier this week, but I was able to fix them. But let's see what it looks like here. Uh, what else? What else? Um, oh, I always love Stalker. It's always a fun one. This is the enhanced edition with the newest update, I hope. I think I updated it. Um, what else could we do here? Oh, Sifu's always fun. Maybe we can try this one. What was another one that was giving me issues? Oh, The Long Dark was giving me issues on MiceWine the other day, so we can try that one. And what else was it? Oh, Tomb Raider. Didn't work. So I can try that one as well. And what else? I've been trying to get this one to work, so let's give this one a try. Okay, I think that's enough for now. Let's exit out of the container and start to look at our shortcuts here. Okay, so we got a few games to test. Let's start with Dark Souls. So let's look at some settings here. So 720p sounds fine. I kind of want to try this Vortex driver. Now, DXVK. Let's try the newest one for this one. Pulse Audio. Box 64. Let's go with performance. Everything else. Everything else is fine. All right, let's give that a try. I haven't played it in Winlator 10 in a long time, so let's give it a try. Like I said, if you have any comments or you got any questions or you want me to test a certain game, let me know. And I'll try my best. Otherwise, we're just testing 10.2 just to see how things work. All right, let's see here. There we go. All right, so controller works. So MiceWine, for some reason, the controller never works. But here, the controller works. All right. Let's go into my continued game. I have no idea where I was. I forget. It's been a while since I've played this one. So let's try it again. Let's see how it looks. Oh. I think it looks pretty good, actually. It feels pretty good. Do we have... Oh, hold on. Alright, I gotta get out of here for a second. So we know it loads. I need to... okay, yeah. Let's go back into the container settings just for a second. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Edit. I wanted to show FPS. There we go. Alright, perfect. So now let's go into the game. So we know it loads, so that's good. Let's take a look, see how it performs. Alright. Let's just go with continue. Oh, it only gives us the FPS at the top. I guess that's not so bad. I feel like I'm not getting the stream on YouTube for some reason. I might have to download the Twitch one. Anyway. Alright, so it looks pretty good. Feels pretty good. I have no idea where I am. How I am. Let's see here. So, humanity. Soul, the lost undead. I need to restart this game. It was one of those ones where you get lost if you're not paying attention. I already talked to this guy.
Hello there. I'm, if not... Hello there. I realize, but I also hear. Take the... No. Oh my. Oh, I know. I have to... So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
I don't think I'm streaming on YouTube right now. It says I'm streaming, but I don't think I am. What's your decision? Sure. Why
Very
not?
well.
This is getting 60 FPS. Consistently, which is nice. Go upstairs. Wow, I watched me play this very bad. Alright, go upstairs. Jump down here to get all the stuff that was down here. No, I didn't. Alright, so I'm still at the beginning. Okay. Alright, well, this one... Oh, warning stuff. Nice. Love that weapon. Alright, other than having to start this game from the beginning, this is pretty good. 60 FPS, smooth, and I really didn't have to do anything to get it to work. Oh yeah, there's the graveyard. Can I go for stuff here? More else. Get away from the skeletons. Alright, down here. Get that. Run down here. see anything? Yeah, thank you. Alright, so it works. Figure out how to play that game again, but it works. Alright, let's go. I want to try Fear. So let's look at Fear. So Fear is an older game. I'm going to crank up the resolution on this one though, because it is an older game. Yeah, I really want to try this Vortec Universal. DXVK, and I feel like an older one. Yeah, 1.10.3 is fine. Yeah, newest Vulcan. All this stuff is good. Pulse audio. Always go with performance to start at least. All right, let's give it a try. See if it works. And it crashed. Okay, so let's look at our settings here. So it might be the universal driver. So let's try Adreno. Yeah, 25.1 is fine. All right, let's try that instead. Nope, crashed again. All right, so here we go. Here's where we get into the nitty-gritty. Um, all right, let's stick with that. What options do we have? We have an older one? Yeah, let's go with the older one. So this is an older game. Do we have a, oh, why is it there? Let's try this one. Okay, I'm not sure why it was flipped up to the newer one there. Let's see what happens here. Nope, still crashed. Having a hard time with this game right now. What other versions do we have? Maybe 1.7.2? Sometimes that works for older games. Let's turn this down a little bit right now. Let's just see. See what happens. Nope, crashed out again. Hmm. I'm not sure what the issue is here. Let's try conservative, just to see if that gives us any other options here. Nope, crash as well. I feel like I'm missing something very obvious with this game. It should not be a very hard game to run. So let's try intermediate. Nope, crashed out again. I just want to play this game, but I cannot get it to work. Let's try. I know I don't have a Mali device, but let's just try this. Let's try 4.0. I don't know. D3D, yeah, maybe. This is a very old game, so 2005, I think. So let's see what happens. Nope, no good. Huh. All right, well, that's a head scratcher right there. Not sure what's going on. Hmm, I don't know. Let's try one thing. Try one more thing, and then we'll move on. No. All right. Need to do some more research on that because it definitely worked in older versions and I remember running it, but right now it's not working. Okay. Here's another troubling one. Let's try Tomb Raider. I'm gonna try the Vortec driver first. Yeah, let's bump that up a little bit. Pulse audio. We're gonna go with performance preset. Everything else can stay the same. I want no. Need to add one little command argument here. No launcher. There we go. Now let's give that one a try. See if this one works. I've been having a heck of a time trying to get this to work in MiceWine right now. No. Okay. Another crash. Interesting. So this is just basic Winlator right now. I've only added the prefix. I haven't added any new drivers or anything like that. So I'm just kind of trying to see what works and what doesn't right now. All right, let's just go to some old, because this is an older game too, 2013, I think. So I'll give this one a try. Okay, so the only thing that works so far is Dark Souls. That's interesting. Let's try an older version. Give it another go. Nope, crash again. Doesn't seem to matter what I try for this one. Yeah. Let's try a different performance preset. Let's try intermediate. Normally go through the presets as well just to see what happens here. Oh, that's the longest. No, still crashed. Okay. Let's take it down to conservative. See if maybe we can't see something in the task manager. No, it's not even starting. Huh. All right. So, uh, just preliminary test. Tomb Raider's not working out that well. Let's try Tunguska here. The Visitation. So this is a newer game. Came out this year, so we're going to use all the newest stuff we have here. Yeah, let's go with 2.6.1. Click OK. Pulse audio. Yeah. We're going to go with performance for now. I feel like this might need a special preset, but we're just going to see what we get. What happens. Okay, it looks like it's loading. Check our task manager. Yeah, there it is. So it is loading. So we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. Alright, controller not working. Got a weird. Oh, and then a crash. Alright, so yeah, this one needs a special preset that I have not done yet. So let's do that. Let's go through making a preset. So let's go into settings. That's where I want to be. Yeah, okay. So let's go through a preset. What box versions do we have? Oh, just two. Okay. So let's go to performance. Let's make a copy of this one. Now let's edit this. We're gonna call this one mono bleeding, just because there's two Unity games. There's one that has a mono bleeding edge, and there's one that has the game assembly. Now, like I was saying on Monday, Zero Kimchi put out some new kind of settings. So if crashes, set safe flags to 1. All right, safe flags is set to 1. Big block, we're gonna set to 0. I set strong memory to 1. Where's that at? Strong mem, let's set that to 1. Weight off. Where's weight? All right, I'll turn the weight off. Call ret on, I guess. Aligned atomics if game does not. Okay, I'll just. Do we have aligned atomics here? No, this is basic one. Okay. Dynamite, we don't have that. We don't have that. Native flags. Yeah, we have native flags enabled. Weak barrier. Weak barrier 1 if set. Okay, so let's do that. Strong mem 0. Fast down. Okay, so we're going to call that. So let's go back to this one. Yeah, we call it mono bleeding. All right. So that's what we do for there. So let's change the settings here. Mono bleeding. Go in there and let's try again. See if we can get in there. See if it will load again, but not crash this time. All right, so we're loading. Okay, it looks better. Still no controller though. All right, let's see if we can get the virtual controller to work. No, no controller at all. Right. Oh, and then we got Did I hit the exit? Did we crash? Let's try one more time. I don't know if I hit it or whether it crashed on its own. Let's try and get in there. So yeah, this one doesn't allow. I feel like it might be a Steam input issue. This is a Steam game, so it might just use Steam input. It doesn't like the controller. Let's see if we can actually get into the game. See if it'll load. Then we just know it's just a simple, well, not a simple, but we need to just fix the controller. Yeah, so my Odin 2 Mini, like I said, has a built-in controller, so it might work with a mouse and keyboard if you have that. Mm. Oh yeah, we're still loading. Okay, it's just loading slowly. I don't know. I'm trying to go through Restreamio to go to both Twitch and YouTube, but for some reason it's not connecting to YouTube, or it doesn't look like it's connecting to YouTube. So I may have to upload this from Twitch, which is kind of annoying. Oh, there we go. This took a little while. 90% now. I just want to see if it actually gets into the game. Even though I can't control anything. We'll just see. So far, Dark Souls works perfectly. Tomb Raider crashes. And what was the other game? I can't remember. I'll go back out in a second. But yeah, it was crashing as well. So we hit enter. Okay. Well, it's all coming up. Enter my name here. Ashy. Gaming. Everything else looks fine. I don't know. Do I have points? Yes. Okay. So we're here. Yeah, so we don't have any controls. All we have is on-screen mouse. But the game does load, and if I was able to get my guy to go, I don't know if it would go any higher than that, but the FPS seems to be okay, and the graphics look good. It's just we don't have any controls. Alright, good enough. Let's get out of that. Oh, Fear. Fear was the other one that didn't work. So Fear and Tomb Raider don't work. Dark Souls works perfectly. Tunguska, you can get in, but there's no controls. Let's try Sifu. This is always a fun one. So make sure we got the newest of everything here. Actually, I'm going to add, I remember this one having some issues with the sound, so I always like to add this. And I don't know why. I picked 90. Some people pick 60, but I feel like 90 gives me the best options for this one. I'm going to go performance to start. And let's give this one a try. See what happens. See if we can actually get into this game. All right, I got FPS. Here we go. Okay, we're going. Remember this one taking a while to load up. Let's see. There we go. Alright, we're at the loading screen. Alright, press any button. Does it recognize my buttons? It does. Alright, so it recognizes a controller. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yep, everything in English. HUD looks good. We'll start with discipline. New game. Alright, let's see how it looks. Alright, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, I remember this game being not going too far above 30.
What the? What's that?
Not too bad. 40. 44. Once we get
What's
inside.
going on? Who are you?
Get out of my way.
Leave him to me.
Yeah. That seems pretty smooth to me. There we go, finishing move. Take a few punches. Oh, let's grab that. Alright. So let's go back outside. Yeah, it drops down quite a bit once we get outside. But fighting felt smooth. Yeah, motion.
I thought you said they'd put up a fight.
So far, so
Barely
good.
breaking a sweat.
It's fluctuating a little bit.
Sweep the place. Nobody leaves.
Sure.
Alright, is there anything over here? I can never remember. This is another one I haven't played in a long time. Alright, let's go upstairs. Yeah, inside it's actually pretty good. Hitting 40, yeah, 40 FPS. So this is Winlator 10.1, the new one that came out today. Just testing Sifu, with just some basic settings, nothing too fancy. Just the newest turnip driver that's built in to Winlator, and the newest DXVK that's built in, and just testing stuff out. It's been a while since I've tested Winlator 10. I kind of skipped a few versions. I stuck to 7.1.4 for a long time. And I still have the just Bionic version of that, but now I'm going to test 10.
Who the
So
hell is
far,
that?
half the games
Get
work.
him now!
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Yeah, the fight scenes are really good. We're getting, yeah, 40 FPS, which is nice. Alright, I'll just do this one fight and then we'll go on to another game. I just want to see how well it does with all these people. Yeah, 30. Yeah, so we're not hitting 60 by any means, but it's not bad. Still very playable. Lost half my stick. Nice. Alright, yeah, the graphics look really good. It's nice I didn't touch anything in-game yet, so might be able to get some better performance if I messed around with the graphics or some of the settings, but I haven't touched anything in the game. Just wanted to see what it looked like right away.
Where is he?
Alright, so let's do this fight, and then we'll move on to another game.
Stop.
So, Winlator 10.1 that just came out today from Bruno. And yeah,
Yeah.
Sifu works perfect. So Sifu and Dark Souls Remastered both work
You've
out
gone
of the
slow.
box.
Sifu.
Tomb Raider and Fear, old 2005 Fear, doesn't work.
You know why
Alright,
I'm
I'm just
here,
gonna skip
don't
this.
you?
Alright, let's fight the old man here. Oh, ouch. Oh yeah, feels pretty smooth. We're still getting 30 plus. Pushing into 40 sometimes, so that's nice. Toss me through the door. I'm gonna move my cursor out of the way. Alright, skip this. Let's just get into
When
the
I look at your eyes, I see
see if we
nothing
can block them a little bit here.
but angry.
Oof. Oh, okay, not doing so good here. Alright, let's see. There we go. Oh, down we go again. Alright, let's get a better angle on him here. There we go. Alright, we got him now. Yep, we got him now. There we go. Alright. So yeah, it fluctuates a little bit, but we can see 30 average, right? Pushes at 40 sometimes, sometimes drops below into like the low 20s, but I'd say 30 average is good. Alright, I'll come back into this one later. Okay, so Sifu works. Tunguska loads, Tomb Raider doesn't. Let's try Death Trash. This is a newer game as well. So let's make sure we got the newest. Yep, newest DXVK. Let's pick 2.6.1. I feel like this one had some audio issues, or will have audio issues too, so let's do the same thing with the pulse latency. Just add 90 milliseconds, and let's go for performance to start, just to see. It's usually where I start with these kind of things, just to see where it goes, or how it performs. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, I use Winlator Bionic for the most part as well. But I also use, I'm just trying Winlator 10.1 because it came out today. So just giving it a try. So far, Death Trash works no problem. Alright, let's just skip through all this. I just want to see what the game. Let's go. Hardness, strength, finesse, cybertech, skills, let's go large volume, small volume, high tech, yeah, I think Winlator Bionic is still by far the best option. Apparently, my computer so that's good. Anyway, let's just, I don't care about any of this stuff. Let's just leave this. Just want to see how the game runs. So this is Death Trash on Winlator 10.1 that just came out today. So I'm just playing around with it. Oh, so works right out of the box. 60 frames, awesome. MiceWine, I had a weird graphics issue happen right at the beginning, but this one works perfectly. Nice, that's good. Let's just give it a little bit of time, see if it crashes at all. So far I've had a few games crash on me. Alright, not mine. Cool. Cool. Alright, let's go through the training. Yep. Alright, let's just get through all this. Section 2. Alright. Sounds good. I'll figure it out as we go. Alright, here we go. The caves. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, nice. No ranged weapon equipped. Like equip. How do I equip? Ah, here we go. No. Can I equip this? How do I equip this? Nope, that's not the right button. Alright, get in here. There we go. Alright, equip. Oh, I have no ammo. Well, that's not good. Oh, nice. Okay. Let's equip this. I think we have some ammo now. Alright, let's start. Oh. Oh, we have both. Okay. So now. Oh. There we go. Start bashing some stuff. Whoa. What the heck is it? Oh, that's the course. Alright. Well, Death Trash works 60 frames per second. Pretty awesome. And maybe we end on the character throwing up? How does that sound? Alright. That's good enough. So Death Trash works no problem. I just have these 8 games here right now. I have more that we could test, but right now, Dark Souls works perfectly. Death Trash works perfectly. Sifu works perfectly. Fear does not work. Tomb Raider does not work. I need to dig into them a little bit more. Tunguska loads, but there's no controller. Let's try The Long Dark. This is a very new game. It's a fun game, very immersive. We're going to make sure we're using all the newest built-in stuff here. Now let's make sure we have no audio issues. So I pretty much do this to almost every game I play, just because I've had a lot of games have audio issues, like echoing or cracking. So let's choose performance. Let's just give this one a try. So Micewine did not work at all earlier this week. So we're going to try The Long Dark in Winlator 10.1. See how it goes. And maybe I'll try a couple more games. I'm going through them pretty fast here. I don't know if anyone else has any other suggestions for games. I have a bunch on my drive, but I can always add more for later. Alright, so this is The Long Dark. Oh, so far so good. Loading up. It's very responsive. Winlator, it was a little slow when I clicked buttons, but here it's right away, so that's good. Yeah, I'm not very good at this game, but I've tried it a few times. I might make a video on using GameHub and Micewine as well with this game, but let's just try it in Winlator. Alright, let's just do quick survival. New game. I'm a very beginner. Anyone have any suggestions where to go? I don't really know if there's an easier place. Oh, and we just got a crash. Okay, so this is a Unity game. I forgot. So we are going to try. I set up earlier a mono bleeding edge performance one. Let's see if that makes a difference for this one. So Zero Kimchi put out some tips on how to run Unity games this week, so I've just created a mono bleeding edge performance one. I think this one is mono bleeding edge. I'll check If not, then we'll make a game assembly one. Because sometimes you'll have either one of those files in the main folder for your game. So let's try this one first and see if we can get it not to crash. But it feels really good when I'm going through the menus, so that's good. So we'll just keep on it. Yeah, like I said, if you're liking what I'm doing here, these live streams, I'm going to continue to make my other videos, but I like doing these live streams, just testing stuff for people and seeing how things work. So you can hit a like, and if you have any comments or any questions, you can go in the chat or you can leave them below. I'm just testing here. So this is The Long Dark on Winlator 10.1. All right, so let's try this again. Survival, new, very new, and again, anyone have any ideas where to go? I think the only place I played is Mystery Lake. I don't know if anyone else has any other favorites here. Let's try Forlorn Muskeg. Oh, so far it's sticking. Let's try that one. Yeah, I'm a man, sure. Sure, let's call it Sandbox 2. Alright, so we got past the crash that we had before, so that's good. Let's see what it looks like. Press any button to continue. Okay, I will. Yeah, I don't know if anyone wants to let me know in the chat too. Is the stream okay? Apparently my stream on Monday had a lot of dropped frames, I guess you would call it. It was stuttering a lot. So I'm trying a new setup tonight. Alright, let's see. Wow, it looks really good. 40 frames per second with all of this. Yeah, just that one extra performance. Nice. Alright, let's play this for a couple minutes and see what we see. Right now, all I see is white snow. Feels like home. Feels like home here in Canada. Snow everywhere. Not right now, though, but during the winter time. Just snow everywhere. Yeah, someone mentioned about the 8th Gen Elite. I'm not sure about the 8th Gen Elite. I don't feel like it has a lot of driver support right now. I'd be interested to see if they come up with some elite drivers, but I know my 8th Gen 2 seems to be the most supported Snapdragon chipset right now. So, but I do have hopes for the new series that are coming out in some of the new devices. I'm hoping that AYN will come out with a more powerful device. I will be the first one to buy one of those. Just wait and see. And I don't know about anyone else, but I feel like I need a bigger screen. The portability of the Mini is awesome, and the feel of it is awesome, but when it comes to text and that kind of stuff on the screen, I find it hard to read. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Alright, not really seeing anything around here. What's that over there? Let's head over this way. I see what looks like some buildings. So we're still getting 40 frames, which is awesome. And yeah, it looks great. Controllers work right out of the box, which is nice. I feel like I'm hearing ice crack. Yeah, I'm feeling ice crack underneath me. Yeah, let's get out of here. Whoa. Alright, let's walk around the long way, I guess. Going around the lake. We'll go check out those buildings, and then we'll fire up some other games. Okay, let's go. Has anyone else played this game? I feel like I don't hear a lot about it. It's a really good game, though, but I don't feel a lot of people talk about it. Very immersive. Just trying to survive. Just like real life. Just trying to survive. Alright. We're still getting 40, just under 40 frames per second. This is at 720p though. I'm not sure I would push it any higher, but no crashes so far, which is great. Alright. Oh, all these buildings are completely destroyed. I don't think there's going to be anything in here for me. Are these buildings? No, they're just like logs. Ugh. Alright, that's not helpful. Not going to be any food or anything there. Alright, well, how long have I been playing? Just a couple minutes. So The Long Dark works pretty well. Looks really good. Like I said, just need to make sure you set up a mono bleeding prefix, but looks really good. Alright, let's get out of here. And we'll try another game. Alright, so the Long Dark. Definitely want to make a video about that one, comparing it. Alright, so far, Dark Souls works, Death Trash works, Sifu works, and the Long Dark works. Tunguska, you can load it, but no controller. And then Fear and Tomb Raider, I can't seem to get working right now. So let's try the last one I have on here, which is Stalker Enhanced Edition. This is a newer game, but this is a DirectX 12 game, so we need to make sure we get the newest. Yeah, let's get the newest DirectX 12 VKD 3D on here. Yep, the newest built-in one, 720. This one definitely has audio issues, I remember it. So let's go here. I might play this on my Twitch stream after I finish another Crab's Treasure, which is driving me nuts right now. Performance, and I need one command argument. So this game will not load unless you say no intro. So just if anyone's having issues with like a weird yellow screen or some craziness on the screen, that's how you get rid of it. Say no intro. All right, let's give it a try. So this is Stalker, Shadow of Chernobyl, Enhanced Edition. So let's see if this works. All right, so got the first screen. Here we go. Perfect. And oh no, our controller does not work. So Winlator Bionic, it works. Here, it does not work. Okay. So this is one I thought was fixed, but I guess not. Can I switch it? Controls. I go to control. Say use. No. So this one might need. Okay, I'm gonna try one thing, and then we'll see if it works. Alright, so in the past, I've had to add this one. AYN DLL overrides. We're gonna go D input. Oh, not dark input. D input 8 equals native comma built-in. So sometimes this will work. I haven't had to do this in Winlator Bionic in a long time, but Winlator 10, maybe it doesn't have the same fixes. So let's give this one a try. So we're going to go into Stalker Enhanced Edition, Shadow of Chernobyl, and see if we can get the controller to work. No, still no controller. Alright, so there's an issue there. So this one works on Winlator Bionic, no problem. But here, not so much. Alright. So this is another one where we don't get a controller. So Tunguska, and Stalker. So the two Ukrainian games, right? The two kind of post-apocalyptic Ukrainian games do not work. All right, I got a couple more minutes. Let's try a couple more games. So let's go into the container. Let's add a couple more. Just see what actually works. If you see anything that you want me to test, let me know. Like I said, I got a bunch on here and I'm going to start moving some around as well. So this is what I've been playing on my Twitch, but using my Mac to do it. I got GTA 4, all the Assassin's Creed games, or at least 4 of the Assassin's Creed games. Some others, like Death Trash. Well, we just played that one. Darkwood, that's an interesting game. Mad Max. I know that was having some issues in Winlator 10 before. Elder Scrolls, Hong Kong Massacre. Oh, I know what I want to try. I want to try this one. This one doesn't work in My Swine. I want to see if it works here. So I want to try that one, but if anyone else sees anything else, can you let me know? I see one person in the chat, so if you want to tell me any games you see here that you want to try, maybe I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see them all. So, anyone sees any games they want me to try on here? And Winlator 10.1, you can let me know. I'm going to try Suit for Hire because I want to see that one. I tried it in MiceWine earlier this week and it had a major graphics issue where you couldn't use your right thumbstick to control the aiming. But if you see anything there that you want me to test, just put it in the chat and I'll give it a try. Death Trash is putting a bunch of stuff outside. That's not good. All right. Always try. Let me see here. Well, Watch Dogs is always a fun one to try. Just to see if it works. It's a pretty taxing game. I couldn't get it working for the longest time. And I already did blueprints for the other ones. Like I said, I bought some new games on the Steam summer sale that I'm going to put on here and give a try. Let's try Peak, actually. This is a fun game, but it has a hard time in emulation right now. So let's try that one. Okay, let's add those two to the list. Let's go back to our shortcuts. We'll put Peak up there. All right, let's try... Well, I want to try this one first, so let's try Suit for Hire. So let's see here. Newest, yep. Let's put the newest DXVK. Let's add some options for audio like I always do. Just out of habit at this point. Let's go here. Let's go performance for now. I have direct input, X input, both. Okay. Maybe it didn't like both for one of those. Maybe I switch it to this direct input or X input. Anyway, I'll mess with that more. Like I said, I'm just kind of playing around with this right now. All right, let's open up Suit for Hire and see if this actually works on Winlator 10.1. Like I said, on earlier this week I tested it on MiceWine and it had a very serious graphics issue. Anyway, let's see if it has it on this one. Let's go campaign. Just new game. Just want to see if we can actually play this game. Oh, look at that. Oh, right, so we can. Alright, let's give this a couple minutes and see what happens. Like your John Wick. It's pretty awesome. plays perfectly. Yeah, I don't need to. Let's return to the main menu. So Soup for Hire. Yeah, if you want to feel like John Wick, I highly recommend that game. I think it's on sale right now on Steam too. I think that's when I got it. All right, let's try Peak. This is kind of a multiplayer game. Let's see if this actually works. I haven't been able to get past the lobby, and I feel like a lot of people are stuck in the same place. Yeah, let's add the same stuff I always add. Okay, and then go here. We'll just go. I feel like this is a mono. I feel like this is a Unity game too. Let's go there. All right, let's give Peak a try. See how far we get in. I've yet to be able to play this one, so it keeps getting stuck no matter where I try to play it. So I don't know. Are we actually loading here? Yeah, it's loading. Slowly, but it's loading. Oh, there we go. I said anytime I run into issues, I usually like to check the task manager just to see. I mean, it's basic Windows stuff, right? It's basically what this is. I hope it goes a little bit faster. It's loading very slowly. There we go. All right, now it's starting to load. So let's see. See if we can play Peak on Winlator 10.1. I haven't been able to play it anywhere else right now. Oh, here we go. Oh, we crash? No. Oh. Oh, okay. This stupid error. Alright. I forgot about this. Okay. So, if you get this error when you're playing any game, you're trying to get your microphone to work, we got to go back to the container, and go inside, and we just got to do the wine config to just choose our mic. Or not choose our mic, but just choose a mic. Alright, wine config. I'm going to go to audio, and under input device, I usually just pick pulse audio input and hit apply. That normally solves the problem. So go here, exit, go back and try again. And that should get us past that little hiccup. Had to do it a few times just to get into the game. So let's see if we can get Peak to run. Has anyone else tried this game? You can leave a comment below. I heard it's fun. I have the game, but I own a Mac and I own this Odin 2 Mini, so I haven't been able to get past the lounge area to get anywhere. So I'm interested to know what other people think of it, because I've heard really good things about it. But it takes a long time for it to load. Let's see here. Is it loading? Yeah, it's loading. It's just going to take probably another minute, and then we'll see if we can actually get into the game and if it recognizes my microphone, or my fake microphone. Alright, here we go. We're in. Let's see what we can do here. There we go. Recognize the microphone. Perfect. Now this one didn't have... I think the controller issue was my biggest issue in this one as well. Yeah, see, so I don't have any controller issue, but if I try our controller over the games, but if I go play offline, let's just check it, see if we can actually get anywhere. I don't think we can, because I can't use the controller. I think that's what the problem is. Yeah, so we're stuck. Stuck at the lounge. Not able to go anywhere. Let's try a virtual controller. Let's try RTS. Okay, so this gives us some numbers. So if I hit 1, yeah, okay. If I hit 4. 4 does nothing, okay. If I hit shift, it says hit shift. Shift lunge. That doesn't help me. Try to hit 2 buttons. No. I think we're stuck. Yeah, I just cannot get past this part. I feel like a lot of people have been stuck at this lounge part. Just nothing. Nothing's working. Alright, so peak still does not quite work, but that's okay. Alright, let's do our last one that I've added, unless anyone has any other suggestions. Let's try Watch Dogs here. I'm going to play around a little bit more with the Vortec driver, but I'm just sticking to Adreno since that's the most supported on my system right now. And pulse audio. Yeah, let's add. Same thing I always add. Okay, and advanced, let's just do performance. I feel like, yeah, the preferred API. I don't know if that's messing with things. Alright, let's give it a try. So this is Watch Dogs. Let's see if this actually works. Had issues with it for a long time, but it was working the last few times I tried it. So here's the little intro. Let's see if we can get into the game. I don't remember it taking as long on this front part as it is. Let's see here. Yeah, I think it's frozen. Okay. Alright, so that's not loading, because it should go past that pretty quick. Alright, let's get out. Let's try a couple things here. Alright, I'm going to try a different performance first. So let's go just to intermediate. This is what I normally do. I'll go through the performance presets first, and then I'll start messing with some other stuff. So let's talk about, or let's try this one first. So we get here. Oh. There we go. Okay, so there you go. Just got to change the preset. We'll get right into it. So let's see if Watch Dogs, how well it plays here. In Winlator 10.1. And then I'm going to wrap this stream up, I think. Alright, controllers recognized. That is good. Alright, let's try and... I feel like I played this game before, but maybe I lost my save somewhere around the way. Somewhere. Anyway. Let's see what happens. Alright. This game, even though it's old, is very taxing on the system. So let's see how it performs. Even though we're just going to do the first little bit. So we're just going to get out to the open world, I think. When we get out to the open world, we'll really see how this performs. Alright, so this is Watch Dogs. Looks pretty good right now. Getting 60 plus frames a second, which is nice. Very smooth, I like it. I think this is probably the smoothest I've seen it.
Okay, I'm in the lobby of the Milan.
Alright, let's do it.
Macking in. Look at that.
not sure I can skip this intro, can I?
Eyes floating in a cloud of data.
No, can't skip it.
I just reach out
just let it play.
from the sky, and it's mine.
It's ours. Stay focused. We got a nasty security system. How much we got?
100 grand in 30 seconds. God bless the rich and famous. We are the modern day magicians, siphoning bank accounts out of thin air.
You hear yourself? What was that?
Hello. I think someone else is hacking in. Let's take a peek.
Let's not.
Stick to the plan, Damien.
Siphon the accounts and get out.
Adventure, my boy. Have faith in your mentor. Something triggered that alarm. Let's find it. I'm almost there.
Alright,
Shutting down
waiting
now.
for Watch Dogs intro to finish. I can't skip it. But so far it's playing really well. On Winlator 10.1.
We are not done. Help me.
Damien, it's over. Disconnect.
Just want to kind of get it into the open world and see how it performs. So right now we're getting 60 plus.
Maurice,
Yeah?
you're on. One of our contractors ran a
Skip
search
this.
for the
Still
hackers
can't
in the
skip this
Merlot
either.
job.
Just gotta let it play out.
Assigned Aiden Pierce. Take him out. Hit the family if you need to. This guy's hacking days are done.
Hit the family?
Got a problem?
No. I'm scared I'm good. You'll never hear from him again.
Right. Still just waiting for the intro to Watch Dogs to end so I can actually play the game. Alright. Getting into it here now.
You gotta believe me, man. Who gave the order?
Don't.
You don't know.
Hit the family? Not a problem. Nope. I'm scared I'm good. You'll never hear from him again.
What do you think, Maurice?
Did you scare me? It's a job, man. I didn't know.
Give me a name.
They never gave me a name.
I'll tell you a name. Lena. Lena Pierce.
Alright, still trying to get through the intro.
I didn't know about any kids, alright? That wasn't supposed to happen.
I want you to think very carefully. Think.
Look, man. Even if I knew a name, you couldn't get me talking. These guys. I heard stories, man, that like nothing you ever seen before. You gotta walk away from this, man.
Some things you can't walk away from.
Please!
Who gave the order?
I spoke to them on the phone. They told me where to find you. That's all I know, man. That's all I know.
Give me a name.
I don't know. A name.
R2 to
Kill me,
aim.
man. Just fucking kill me. Ah!
How's your memory now?
There we go. Now we're playing. Brutal.
Maurice won't talk
Okay,
to
here
me.
we go. Alright, so we're pushing
Very bad he talked to you.
40-ish. Not so bad. What's this? Money. Alright. This fell.
I can't keep running. I can't do it. The fucking Aiden Pierce. I killed his niece. He won't stop chasing me. Where's this guy? What am I gonna do? He keeps coming.
I need to keep moving.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yo, Maurice! Yo, what's shaking,
Still
motherfucker?
pushing 40.
Where the hell you been?
What?
He's talking to me.
Oh, that's a bad way to go.
Leave you
Stab.
for 2 minutes.
Give me my bullets.
I tossed him. What? You said you'd kill him otherwise.
I told you to hold on to them, Jordy. Where you been anyway?
I had to make a call. And you get what you need from Maurice? Oh, you're kidding me.
Clean this mess up. Stop admiring your work.
Hey, that's cute and all, but I'm disappointed, Pierce. I mean, you failed to spot the nasty inter-gang drama I'm creating
I don't like loose ends. Let's get him out of here.
No, too late. Bottom of the 8th. Chicago's ahead. Game's almost over. We are out of time. Nice shot. Huh. Come on, you're not just a little interested in my phone call.
All right, fine. Tell me about your phone call.
Glad you asked. Okay, we got a bunch of dead bodies, right? We got 40,000 people above us.
Forgot
I
how
need a distraction.
long the intro part of this game
I
is.
called the cops.
You did.
Oh, yeah, true story. So, cops arrive, and Maurice's little band of brothers arrive. And pow, 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 pow.
Jordy, tell me you're joking.
No, I called them too. Look, we get a messy altercation at the end of the game. You and I slip away undetected.
Oh, I can skip this one.
You'll
Alright,
appreciate
skipping this.
Chicago
Alright, here we
police.
go.
If there's anybody in
My
here,
bad. I
identify
didn't realize I could
yourself.
skip that.
Body here. Definitely a viceroy. Here's the weapon. Gunshot wounds.
I got another corpse. Another viceroy.
Victim described it. Why'd they have to pick the biggest game of the season to pull this shit? Trying to ruin it for everybody?
Squad, we've got 2 bodies in the basement of May Stadium. Gangbangers.
Copy. We're sending forensics. Secure your position for now. We're sweeping each level of stadium.
All right.
Roger the polls now by
Still 40 plus FPS, which is good.
15-7 record last season. We're watching an epic competition between 2 old rivals here today, and this game couldn't be any closer. Big base steals on this team with 27 steals this series, but Sanova's watching them like a hawk. That's a pitch and a hit, and it looks like...
Thinking I lost from
Yeah,
the
that's
other
a
side.
foul ball. Roger's not falling for that one. Both men, of course, experts at the mind game. 2 on, 2 out, folks. Something's gonna give soon, and it could go either way. Sonoma pitches, that's a big hit!
Oh, that's really good.
Anything?
Nope. Quiet here.
Okay,
Got a
so
known
40
viceroy in the
FPS.
VIP lounge. We're gonna check him out.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Slow down, Misty.
He's not moving unless I give him a
Alright,
reason.
so this is Winlator 10.1. Playing Watch Dogs. Works perfectly. I just want to get out to the open world just to see how... Okay. Where am I throwing this? I can't remember. Somewhere over here. Yep. There we go.
Take the bait.
go.
Hey, you, sir. Yeah, you, come here.
You ain't got no problem, cuz.
We're just talking.
Hey, man, look, I got my tickets right here.
No, keep your hands where I can see them.
This is bullshit. Jay didn't do nothing wrong.
Get back now. You're viceroys, aren't you?
That ain't illegal, right?
Don't get smart. How did you two afford VIP tickets?
Bet you makes more than you do.
Yeah?
Hey, yo, Dee, calm down, all right? Don't give him nothing to make use.
Something tells me if we run you shit stains through the system, we'll come up with plenty we can use. I need to see ID.
Do I go for this one? I can't remember exactly. I feel like it's an ATM or something I need to set off. Isn't it?
Fine.
Is there another
I don't need
camera?
ID. I'd ask you to smile, but it works better if you don't.
Hey, man. I did not give you permission to take my picture.
Yo, Jerome Richards. Looks like we got a trafficking warrant out on you. That we can definitely
Man,
use.
this is messed up. We got right.
Just keep quiet a minute. You do have that right.
Fuck you.
Okay. Oh, I didn't have to do anything. Oh, here's the ATM. I knew there was an ATM somewhere I had to hack. Yeah, it still runs really well. Lots of things going on right now.
Police are about to lock this whole place down. I'm stuck unless we create a major distraction. I want to cut the power.
Like I said, I just want to get out into the open world, and then I think I'm going to end the stream there, but I want to see how it performs once we get outside.
Right now, I need to get out of the stadium.
So far, it's been
Find
really
me the
good.
nearest access.
30 plus frames per second. FPS is good.
Security guard should have access. All these cops, there's gotta be one around.
Okay. That one.
Yeah, I am. You got an evacuation plan, right? Of course we do.
We'll go for this one.
We're not gonna evacuate 40,000 people so we can play cowboys and Indians. But you got an isolated incident in the basement, we can close the basement. I got no problem with that. This whole place is about to fill up with Chicago PD. That's gonna cause a panic. We need to shut the game down and get people out of here safely. Shut it down, eh?
Oh, I can't make that call. Gotta shut down the electricity.
Okay, hang on.
Alright, there. There we go.
What's up?
Got that one. There we go. Shut it all down. There we go. Here we go. Alright, we're almost outside. Alright, let's get outside, see how this performs.
Where are you, Jordy?
What? Gone. I'm allergic to cops.
20, yeah, 20, dropped it out. Ah, well, 30-ish. Yeah, it's floating around a little bit. We're not even outside yet, so let's see.
There's a bunch of cops flying out there.
Might need to tweak the graphics and things like that. 30. That's pretty good. Oh, a little bit there. 20, 29. It's not too bad. It feels playable. I mean, there's probably some tweaks you could do to the graphics to make it a little bit better. Alright, I'm just running around, hanging out here. Lots of people on the screen. Out into the real world. And the car that I need to get away in is here. Okay. That's good. Let's just quit. Alright, so that was Watch Dogs on Winlator 10.1. Works pretty good. I mean, the FPS, you could probably tweak the graphic settings a little bit, or maybe try a different graphics driver, but it worked really well. So just to recap what we did today. So Dark Souls Remastered works perfectly. Death Trash works perfectly. Fear didn't load, it kept crashing, unfortunately. Peak loaded, but we couldn't actually play the game. The controller didn't work. Sifu worked perfectly. Soup for Hire worked perfectly. Tomb Raider crashed on me. I feel like I'm missing something for that one. It should work. I've seen it work in videos, so it should work. Tunguska, it loads, but there's no controller. Watchdog works perfectly. The Long Dark works perfectly. And Stalker loads, but there's an issue with the controller, and I know there's a fix for that. I need to look into how to fix that controller. But anyway, that was our testing tonight for Winlator 10.1. It just came out yesterday, I guess, at this point for me. But give it a try and let me know what you think about it in the comments below. So I appreciate everyone who came in and checked out what I was doing tonight. If you like what this is, like me testing things live on YouTube, then give me a like or leave a comment below and I will keep doing it. Otherwise, I'll probably keep doing it anyway. So thanks for everyone who showed up and came in, and for the one person who chatted, I really appreciate that. I'm going to end this now, and I will see you guys and talk to you guys later.